Hello, most awesome Sims 2 fans, and welcome to the channel. I hear our music, and I am going to probably turn it down a little tiny bit. I won't get rid of it, because I do think everybody likes the music.
I love seeing your restream.
Say it again?
I love seeing your restream.
Why? What's wrong with my restream?
You don't want people to have that personal information?
Say it again?
You don't want them to have that information.
Where can you see the oh, wait, hang on. Yeah, hang on, guys. Sorry, guys. Thought you were supposed to be seeing the Sims, not my restream. My bad. That's why we have Spothy. Alright, so here we are in Riverblossom Hills, and I can tell y'all can hear me because I can hear me. And Spothy can hear me. I see Spothy is in the chat. Spothy's my daughter. She also does Spothy games on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights from 7:30 to whenever. So here we are. So the point behind tonight is I am coming up with a new idea. And the idea is Riverblossom Hills, which is attached to my Pleasant View, which also has my Sim York and my beach. So we have all of them. So it's almost becoming an Uberhood. So I moved some stuff around a little bit. Okay, so I put our shopping district over here. So the town grocery. I did not build out any of this, but the boutique is here. The community center, the grocery, whatever was in here is here. Okay, but what I did do is, because McGregor's farm, wherever he is, here he is. Anybody who has watched my latest build video over on More Tipsy Mommy knows he is a zombie over in Strangetown. But anyway, his lot is here. But I feel like there should be more farms. So these are some custom content things. And I built a big farm and then what was a littler farm. So the stories, everybody ready for the story? Put some yeses in my chat. Yes, is Spothy. Okay, so the story is years and years ago, there was a witch and there was a logging camp, and the witch cursed some kind of land that we're going to build over here, and we're going to make it like maybe a pet cemetery or something like that, but the ground is going to be unhollowed over here. All right. Then we're going to have a neat old church, maybe up here by the town center. I see some Sims dying in the future. In fact, that's going to be like a Nailed It episode, because I saw this church that somebody did on The Sims 4, and I'm like, I think we can do that in The Sims 2. Whether we can or not, I don't know. We're going to try. But then I think like the idea is we need to have like the old mill. We need another small farm. And you can see here, if we zoom in, I've been putting some farms just for like ambient kind of thing. So here's a farm over here, and here's a farm over here. Now my farms ended up, you know, being bigger than what I thought. So we need to build a small farm. We need like a shack, because I'll have to do some B-roll of the witch dying over here, but that would have been in the past. You know, so I always do some background. So I feel like we need to have a tavern. Let's see, I should have like a list somewhere. Hang on, let me see if I can find my list. Okay, so we got to do an old church, the pet cemetery. I always do some homes and rentals, the old inn and tavern, and the old mill. Okay, I feel like the plant Sims are the blight, like a curse that came along with whatever the curse was. Okay, there's a cursed burial ground. Okay, and we can also say, you know, that the church is kind of holding the town together. So I'm just developing this now. You know, I put together kind of a quickie story with Strangetown, and I built up the story and kind of put it together. But I thought it might be fun if we're doing the videos and, you know, everybody's kind of involved in how I'm doing this one. So what does everybody think? I see Spotty Games going, ooh. Yeah, it's kind of interesting when you're a little bit more involved. You know what I mean? Okay, so I think what we need to do is I don't have, and just so you know, my members have access here. So we're going to go in real quick and I'll let you see. Let's see. I think this is the small farm template, which actually turned out to be a big farm. We're going to do another farm. We're going to call it a farmette. So this is 62,000, I think. And I think the big one is going to be 68. Okay, look at this, guys. So it's got like a nice little river. I felt like this one is more plant dominant. I have a big orchard here, a big planting thing over here. Now remember, all the houses are supposed to, everything here is older. Kind of like I wanted to have an older vibe. You know, the whole idea is like classic. Okay, so down here, you've got the old kitchen. All right, and then you've got your old dining room, living room, maybe another bedroom down here. Okay, and then a bedroom and another bedroom here and 2 bathrooms upstairs. Okay, and that's where we're at. Oh, and for our rentals, I'm thinking, wouldn't it be interesting if I turn our farms into rentals? Like I could make this, you know, here, I used to live in Amish country and they would have turned this into like 2 apartments and like this could be an apartment. So I don't know, we got to think about that so we can make them rentals. Spotty Game says, ooh, that's a great idea. Thank you, Spotty. Hang on, I'm grabbing a rubber band for my hair. I have thick curly hair, gang, and it's everywhere. All right, so I'm going to show you quick the other farm that I did, if I can find it. I think this is it over here. Yeah, 68,000, the old farm template. So this is supposed to be older. I literally got a 1900s farm layout for this, and it was a floor plan. So this farm right here, I did not have the outside of it, but I had the inside farm layout for this one. And so it was a floor plan from the 1900s. And according to the old layout, literally the windows were where they are, the doors were where they are. So this is the sitting room, the parlor. That's literally what it says on the floor plan. The dining room and the kitchen. This is actually a bedroom. And there was a little porch off the back. I swear that's exactly the floor plan. Then you go upstairs. And I may switch out those stairs because I don't like the color. And then this would have actually been a small bedroom, and there was a small bath or an outhouse. I forget what it had, but I made 2 bathrooms. I like at least 2 bathrooms in mine. And then we have 2 bedrooms up here. So I thought that was pretty cool, but this was actually a real floor plan. And then I made this, even though it's nice and big, I wanted it to look more animal centric. So you have the big thing out back for your animals and your chickens. And then you've got an upstairs with a loft. And down here I did stalls for your animals. And there actually is, I found in The Sims 2, there is animals that you can download, both that are just for decorations and like ones that actually kind of work. So if you wanted to do that. So, and aren't the fields beautiful? So the farm is attached to fields. What do you guys think? So, but I think it makes the aesthetic look nice. So like when you're looking and you're telling the story, you have these like cool old farms in our game. What do you think? Am I just ridiculous that I think that this is a good idea? I mean, I'm setting up a story here. Bothy says she loves it. All right, good. So what I've got to do is I got to delete this first because I have to re-download that because it's got something wrong. All right, so all of these, if you become a member on my Patreon page, they're special for members. You can get them for free. It's free membership. There's Bothy says that she likes both farms. So we do have to do a smaller farm. I feel like that farm is a little bit much. So we're going to delete a couple of our little pastures here, and we're going to do a smaller farmstead. So let's see. I think that's probably right about right, because I did like a pretty big, like if we go and we look, like I did a bigger thing, but I think we should do smaller. There we go. Does it say how much it's going to be? No. Okay, and then this is going to be I wonder if I should do a little bit smaller. The farmette. Okay, because we want it to be smaller. Sorry, I had to move my mic because I was typing. Okay, and it's only 2,900, so I feel like that's gonna kind of work for us. All right, there we go. Can you guys hear me? I feel like I'm going in and out. Okay. All right, so here we are. Here's our little stuff. I will come back. Oh, it's there. I was going to say, I wanted it on the other side. Okay, so this is much smaller than our other one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a small farmhouse right here. We could do like a little barn. Anybody who has ideas, put them in the chat. Because what I'm thinking is that our farmette, would be a more affordable farm. So anybody who goes onto my page, you've got these small farms for our people, even if I don't have people. What do we think? I think I kind of like this.
I like it.
Okay, I think Spothy's saying she likes it. So let's see. I think we do something like this, and then we can only build so far on each side. Yeah, we can only go this way, and then we don't want to make it too big because what's going to end up happening is it'll end up being another 60,000. Okay. So what I'm thinking here is okay, I would like to have a nice little porch on the front, so we'll start that way maybe. I feel like that's too big. So maybe like through here, and then through here. Okay, so maybe like that. We're gonna get rid of these ends. Okay, just to start, I will come back around to it. Okay, and then we need kind of a nice little country door. Okay, now because of how many things we have, it's got to be a single, so we can do something like this, I think would work. Okay, that kind of works. It's like a little older, an old country door. I like that. Okay, and then we're just gonna do kind of like, I feel like we need old wood for the flooring. We're gonna start with like this wood. And we want it upstairs as well. I mean, we can always come back to stuff then later. Oop, I missed a spot. All right, we need to kind of, because we already know we want at least the front porch. I don't know if we'll do a wrap around off to one side or the other. I think probably if we did, it would go to this side because that's, yeah, I don't think we'd do this way. So let's get rid of that, because otherwise it would be too expensive. Okay, so okay, and then I think okay, so kind of a little bit bigger on the front, and oh, I guess that doesn't work, does it? Oops. Okay. Okay. Oh, what am I doing here? I need you to leave. All right, then let's get our... So when you're building, guys, here's some tipsy tips for you all. When you're building, you need to make sure that you're working on the roof stuff first, because otherwise then your issue is going to be that windows and stuff will get in the way. And you see now I have this little like bite. It's like you've got a bite out of crime going on here. I have to put a post. So we're going to find the post that we like. I don't think that's good. I think that's too big. I see this as more like our post. Okay, so, and you see immediately it opened it up. So now if we want our porch to be this big, let's see, where are we at? Okay, we're already at 7,000, so we have to keep an eye. Do we want a bigger porch? Do we like the bigger porch? So we're just gonna see how it looks quick. Okay, and we'll have to probably put this on either side of the door. We can delete these at some point, but you need them just for... Okay, so you got a little bit of a bigger porch going on there. Spothy will have to let me know if she likes, I know she's here, if she likes the porch. Okay, now, say it again.
So far, so good.
She's like, so far, so good. So now I've been using this kind of roof for the porch because I've been having some issues with the other roofs that you lean against the walls with the porch. And I can show you why. Or we can. So watch, when you try to do this one, okay, we can do that and then put it all the way down. Okay, so that works on that direction, but now wait till you see when I try to do it the other way. So we come back in, we're going to do a roof. And then, and you see how I have this little nubby? So I mean, I could kind of bring it up. But you see that it shows on this side. I have not found a good way to do the roofs like that. So I feel like I don't know how to fix this. You know, unless we do like one that way. And then, oh, somebody got rid of my wall piece. I guess we could always do like one there. And then I could bring it all the way down. And then the other one could maybe be this one. I feel like I've done this before and I didn't like that either. I don't know. I feel like I kind of like them both the same. Does anybody care? Roof issues in The Sims 2. So anyway, this is why I do them like this. So you guys can let me know later what you think. But typically I run them into each other. I lower them. And I still think, like, that sometimes there's some issues, but I think that they still look better than how the other roof looks. So, just my 2 cents. Anybody wants to give me another idea how to do these, and I'm all for it. Spothy's gone, I hate roofs. I get you, but I have to do something here for the roof. You know, like I said, the only other way is to leave that one there, and then we could draw. I've got it backwards. And that's not gonna work because it's too far over. And then you can kind of come in. But you see, I mean, we could do something like that. I don't know. Everybody can tell me what kind of roof they like the best. I cannot support the weight. Yes, I can. I have a full-on...
I hate that error.
I have a full-on roof. So then we've got this one piece right here. So now what am I going to do with this one piece? Nope, come back. I have Spothy laughing from the other room. So typically I just use that other kind of roof, but I figured let's just see what I can do here. It's like, no, I hate you. So again, this is where we're at if I don't do it the other way. I mean, I guess that looks okay. Sorry, now I'm gonna get funky. It has to line up. All right, so I don't know, we could do that roof. Do we like that roof better? Well, you like that better than the other kind of roof that I had?
I think all of your roofs work, but at the same time, you've seen my roofs. I'm not the best person to ask.
Okay, she's like, she thinks my roofs are the best. Her roofs are not as good. We've got some roof envy going on from the other room. Okay, let's see. Okay, I don't know why this is doing this. All right, so I've got some issues here, so we're not going to use that. All right, so you see what can happen with roofs. This is why I feel like the simplest is the best. Okay, so now you all know, you just watched me play with roofs, and now you understand why I do it this way. So here we go. You're gonna see me do it one more time. I just go this way, and I mean, I've seen people get like real fancy with the roofs. I don't anymore because of trouble that I've honestly had with the roofs. And I usually don't, with these roofs, I don't usually go all the way down. So this is the roof, okay? So this is how the roof is going to be, and the reason being is I still think it looks like a nice, fairly flat roof for a porch and whatever. Okay, and we're at 8,000, so. All right, so now I need our wood again, and we're gonna go up. And why, does anybody know why I do this? Why do I even bother? Does anybody know the reason for that? Why did I put a roof, a top on before I did my roof? Okay, the reason I put the wood on, because sometimes your season stuff can come through. I don't know if anybody knew that. So you should put roofs on. So always put a floor or a roof. I don't know if any of you know that. So if you didn't know that, that's like a trick. Okay, so one of the things I want to do here is I want to separate out my things a little bit more. Like I'd like a wider opening here. I'm not sure that I need this one, but okay, so and there should probably be another door over here, not just for fire safety, but because somewhere over here is going to be our kitchen. Okay, so where are we at? We're at 9,000. All right, so I need some cheap windows, guys. Cheapy. How much are these? $90. All right, maybe in white. Well, let's do siding first. Okay, so we need some kind of old like siding. How much is that? $2. It's $2. That's great. Kind of wood siding. I mean, it doesn't have to look too old, but I feel like it should be weathered. What color? Does anybody care about what the color we stick on here for our old farmhouse? All my other ones have been kind of brick. How much is that? This is another $2. It could be an old wood one. We could do like an old wood one like that. I feel like that's a little dark. What does everybody think? Maybe. You're the builder, artist, you pick. Okay, no problem. Okay, let's do... It's supposed to be concrete foundation. $10. This one's only $4. Looks too new. Oh, bless me. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Okay, so what I'm thinking is let's go to the end here because I know we've got some, you know, like the goth stuff. Okay, so we're gonna put that at the top. Okay, so kind of like old shaker. How much is that? 8. Let's see. No. That's not it, guys. I'll know it when I find it.
What?
I
thought I heard a meow.
No.
It sounded exactly like Scar.
It did.
Like, breathe!
Everybody's looking for the cats. They're meowing. Alright, I just feel like it should be old looking wood. So we're going to do this because it's still wooden, but it's white. Because I kind of want it like white and black with a little bit of stone. So that's where we're headed. I don't want to get bogged down in the sauce, kind of. Okay. Alright, so let's see here. Let's come down. Okay, and there. Sometimes you have to go on the inside to make it work. And we'll do the back one. Alright, a lot of these older houses, you know, they did not have a whole heck of a lot of windows. Alright, and go there. Well, somewhere we're gonna have to stick, what's it called? Staircase in there. All right, we're at 10,000, so that's not bad. Okay, one of the things I would like to look at is I had these little things that I hear a meow. So they were fences that have like poles like this. See what I mean? So we could do that instead of the poles that we already have, which kind of look nice. Kind of like that. I feel like the poles are a little skinny. And then we have this one. Okay, I don't like the blue. So this looks like. All right, I am gonna need to use a cheat so I can move those poles around, but I think that looks good. Everybody like that? Hang on.
Cute.
Oh, Spothy's going, oh, cute. All right, so what I need to do here is, so the cheat that I just used, and we're going to use move objects. So what it does is it makes stuff unsnap from the grid. Okay, so the way that that works is stuff unsnaps from the grid, and then I use move objects, and that kind of turns off collision. And you see, so now we're colliding everywhere. Okay, and now the way that you want to do this is anywhere that there's a pole. Okay, and then we want them back. And one more, because you want it back at the end here. What do we think? How does the porch look? Bati, what do you think?
The porch is adorable.
She's saying it's adorable. So then you want to shift control C, and you're using your up arrow, and I want to, it's bull prop snap objects to grid false. You want to change it to true. And that turns off that cheat. Okay, and so now we've got our porch. We are at 11,000. So remember, we want to keep this as economical as possible. So now we just want our basic brown steps here. Just because, you know, we're not gonna, I gotta get those. I don't know if you guys have seen other builders. They have these recolors and they can recolor the steps. I do need to get that. I have to find out where to get those. Okay, so here we've got, and you can recolor your risers and stuff. So I have to get that. But for now we're just gonna go with this. These are our colors. We got some brown, some black, some white, a little tiny bit of stone on our old house. And I think it kind of works. It's not perfect, but it's working for us considering this is really going to end up, probably nobody's even going to live in it. Okay, back here, this is going to end up being our, whatchamacallit, our kitchen area. One of my favorite doors for the kitchen is this one from Sulani because it looks like a screen door. We could also use this one because it has like a little flowers on it. for now, I'm just going to keep the one that we have. But let's just do kind of a cheapy kitchen. I'm thinking cheapy country. Does anybody care about the color? I'm just throwing this one down here. But let's see, what kind of colors could we have? Let's see. It could be plain, it could be blue, it could be white, it could be red. I've just got green in here for whatever. Okay, I feel like I'm gonna do another nice little old fridge. Maybe one nice little corner there. We even put the fridge on the other side over here. Kind of make it kind of cute. Okay, so this is not going to be super big. You can see we don't have a lot of room. I'm going to have to put steps somewhere over here. We need to have like a living room, dining room. Okay, this was the point of this. We could use like just the basic. Okay, we need like a basic sink. How much is this one? $230. 300, 185. Okay, so we're going to use that sink. I feel like, what happened with my downstairs windows? Okay, so I feel like that's where my windows should go. Okay. We are going to need the steps. Sometimes I change my mind and put like, the other type of steps, but we're going to use the pre-done steps to start. Okay, I put them back as far as I can. We're going to get rid of a set of windows here. Hello, Stinky. How are you? We are building a little farmhouse in my new build. Okay, I am thinking we're going to move it up one because then we could do a powder room there. So that's what we're going to do. And what we might do here is, and you're going to see why I do this in a second. So if I take this, believe it or not, you need less spaces upstairs. And that's one of the reasons I do that. You need more spaces for the other type of staircase. So now we can do a little powder room here. So we're going to draw around here. Okay, so then we can have a colored wall and you can't really see the staircase, so it doesn't matter what that staircase looks like. All right, and then we can decide if we want a little bit more of a closed in look on. We can do kind of an older cabinet. Wait a minute. So we'll do like a closed in look here. Okay, so that's going to be, I mean, it could probably be a little bit smaller actually. Let's see here. So, I do think we're going to have to make this a little bit smaller. And maybe move this one over. Okay, so this is how you end up figuring out how you want your kitchens and stuff. And I could move this door over one, but I already did the porch. So what's going on here is I'm thinking I'm going to put the bathroom door here, somewhere over here. And I would like to make like the kitchen, but then block it off. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking then we could have this other for the kitchen. Let's go here. We're gonna grab, there we go. Okay, so like you come in and this is your area over here to go upstairs. We'll think about that, but for now you could maybe even have a little Okay, what I'm thinking is if you came across here, I don't like it. Okay, so technically, okay, the reason I did this is because, you know, old houses were kind of like set up in 4 blocks. All right, so if we got rid of this, you would have a little tiny, maybe eat-in kitchen. And then this is your living room. And then this is kind of your entry. Except your entry is here. Okay, so it would look like that. Okay, what do we think, guys? So you have your entry. Then you kind of have your eat-in kitchen over here. All right, and then you have your living room. All right, and then you come up here. I don't really need to do that. All right, and you come upstairs. And you know, I have to get my bed because I have no idea what I'm doing with the bed. All right, I'm thinking we could certainly have a kid's room somewhere here and a bathroom. We'll see how it plays out. All right, so you're gonna come in our little hallway here. Okay, so maybe we could have the kids' room right here. You know, and that's like a little closet. Okay. And then maybe we've got, we could say the master suite is there. Could even be a little bit bigger. And then we've got, okay, that's a bathroom, and maybe that could be like an ensuite. And then we could have, okay, then maybe we should cut the master back one. And then, okay, and then that is another bathroom. I wonder, can I I wonder if I can swap this around. Can we? Can that be a bedroom? That be a bathroom? We could do it that way. That could actually be the ensuite. And then this could be the other bathroom. It has a cozy feel to it. Yeah, I mean it's small, but that's the whole point. Okay, we're at 17,000. I mean, I'm not trying to make it 20,000 or anything, but I mean we do not want it at, you know, 62,000. Why is there not a white one in here? Don't they know I need a big white one? What was going on with this? Okay, so like our entry, I would have liked to have had it a little bit bigger. I mean, don't you paint your trim white? I mean, I guess it can more or less match the steps. That doesn't match the steps either. Okay, so if we put that kind of over there, then you've got all this room for your table. Then you need a littler one to kind of go in. Okay, and then maybe in the middle for over here. I don't know if we'd want to be able to go into the kitchen from here, maybe. Like I want some space for what's it called? Furniture. Like maybe it's easier just not to be able to. Yeah, maybe we'll just leave it like that. Okay, and then you come back up here. Oh, I need some doors. What do you need doors to the bathroom and stuff for? You guys are, I mean, like that's really, what do we need all that for? I mean, I think everybody's being very needy with all those doors to the bathroom. Okay, and what are we envisioning the inside of this to look like? Any ideas? We're at 18.5, guys. Nothing?
What do you need ideas for?
What we want the inside of the bathroom to look like, and we could get rid of one of these bathrooms and just make it a 1.5 bath.
Don't be crazy.
Spothy's going, don't be crazy.
I would just do it basic, like white walls and like tile.
Okay, so she's saying just do white. She's like me. I feel like we need the bathrooms, but like in old houses, to be fair, there would not be that much.
We renovated.
She's going to be renovated. Okay. She's so funny. All right, so let's get. Okay, so we're just, I kind of like the brown in the hall. You know, we renovated, but you know, it's still, we're keeping it with that antique-y feel, I think. Okay. She's saying this is renovated. Okay, maybe some green. Feel like old houses have that green color. Oh, that would work because we have the green in the kitchen. Okay, do I have a lighter? Okay, I got a lighter brown for over here. So we got brown and light brown. And we'll do light brown in the kitchen. That goes good with the green. All right, now we're coming over here. So she said to do... Okay, I feel like maybe we could do this. This that looks like patchwork here is brown and patchwork for our bathrooms. It's kind of cute and country. All right, and then we need some tile or linoleum. Maybe just basic. Okay, I'm just doing basic linoleum. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we want Like the toilet there. And I'm thinking we'll do just our shower idea, you know, the kind that we do where I put the wall. You can do there. And then I had that old-fashioned sink over here. We're going to use that. We're going to use that upstairs. That would go with our look. Okay, so I know Spothy likes when I do these. Okay, and then we gotta come back here just to plain tile. And I feel like it should just be just like plain. The shower area. There, it's just a plain shower area. There you go. Okay, and then we're coming over to the other bathroom. No, I don't want you to do that. All right, and we need like this over here. And we're gonna need just a plain shower tub combo here. Come over there. And then we need our old-fashioned sink again. There, you like that, Spothy? All right, we need to get rid of the beds. Because we're just doing this up to, you know, move-in ready. This is a move-in ready house. All right, now we need to turn the lights off because there'd be some lights. All right, so we'd have like some little lights in the bathroom, something inexpensive. I think I like the little ones better. Here. There. There'd be one in the hallway. Okay, and then down here we'd have one in the foyer. Have one in the bathroom, and there's always one in the kitchen. We'd have an outdoor lighting. What can we use for outdoor? I think these are cute. Oh, here, these. There you go. Okay, so that's cute. There you go. Okay, we're turning our lights back on. All right, so there's your farmette. It is 22. Okay, we're not doing bad. We're not at 60 or anything. I really want to do dormers and stuff, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not doing it, guys. Okay, it's only going to be a little bit more because now we still feel like we need a walkway here. Okay, so there's your little walk. Okay, and I don't think we need a little barn. I do think we need our little garden. Okay, so there's our little garden. Maybe like a tree and a tree and a tree. So that's very cute. Look how cute that looks for 22. Where are we at? Okay, we're 27. That's okay. It's okay. Okay, now if I was really decorating around this, I want some flowers, you know. Okay, we should have this over here. Okay, so we need the old tree in the corner. Yeah, that looks good. Look at the old tree in the corner, guys. Okay, I'm getting crazy here. We don't want to get crazy. We can put this one up here. Oh, what do we think?
So freaking cute.
Spothy's from the other room going, it's so freaking cute. Okay, now we got to junk up the lot. Wait till you see how you do this. So this is so that your lot doesn't look too perfect. So this will be on my Patreon page. The other farms, you have to be a member, but I'll make this one so you don't have to be a member. Okay, then what you like to do is you want to, you want to add some of the grass over it. Okay. And you need some, I usually like to put like some dark around in the corners under the house. This way then it's just not completely perfect. See? Now what I would do is if I was doing this house, I would totally, I think we'll put some bushes out front, but we should totally have flower beds in the front. Okay, so like these are nice because you don't have to trim them. Okay. Oh. Oh. Okay, and I would put like that there. You see how pretty that looks? And it just gives it a more finished feel. Like, and look the old tree stump with the shrooms. We need something like a rose bush. We can put this here, but it's going to be a little bit too big.
I thought you were being cheap.
I am being cheap. See where we're at.
I'm seeing a
We're
lot of rose gardens.
we're still at 27, but like doesn't that make the house look nice?
It does make the house look nice. I just knew plants add a lot.
Okay, well these are cheapy plants. Okay, that's not gonna work over there, but this is really too big for this side. So like you might not be able to do the bushes all on the other side, but I'm gonna leave them there just because I like how it looks. Do you like my shroom plant on this side? Look how cute that looks. Anyway, I think that looks cute. We're still only at 27,804. So that's what it was. I think we're gonna leave it. And we've got a nice little farm. So now before I ever do anything to these, before I package them or do anything, we use the Chris Hatch lot cleaner. Okay, and then we delete it. And that's all we have to do here. And then I'm going to go out. What did you guys think of that? Okay. And then you click on it and we're going to package it. And I will eventually put that on my Patreon. That's called a farmette. Spotty's saying beautiful. So look how cute. So you've got your nice little farm for $27. Way cheaper than my 2 farms in the 60s. So you've got a nice little farmette. And we'll be able to put that like around here in the... So I always package them, and then I always grab one and stick it in my bin. This way, let me just stick it right back. This way you can put them around, because then I can decorate around town with them. Okay, now what we need to do is something a little bit more difficult. So I need to do a little tiny lot. And this is going to be called the Cottage. And I need to move this. Okay, I need these off of here. So I need this to look wooded, which it basically does. Because this was the old cottage where our witch lived. Anybody have any ideas for the old witch's cottage? Oh, that's too big. Okay, so, you know, you want to create the scene here. Because this is going to be, and I'll do all this and it'll be like 3 seconds of film, just so you know. But trees are important. In case anybody's wondering that why I'm so crazy, it's important. All right, we're going into the cottage. Any ideas for the witch's cottage? If you have pictures or you want me to look something up. Oh, look how all the trees look. Okay, I'm putting our skyline. I forgot to do that in the other one, but for pictures, look, I'll have at least clouds. Look, there's all these. We're in the deep woods. I'll have to take the picture from this side because it looks like there's no woods over there. So the idea is she lived in the deep woods, in case anybody's missing that. What'd you say, Spotty?
I'm looking.
You're looking? Yeah, I was going to look up. Oh, okay, I found some interesting ones. This one might work with our, hang on, I'm taking a snippet of it. I think this, save as, bless you. Okay, I don't know how to exactly share this. Maybe if I move my window. Let's see. Okay, so you guys, can you see my page? Do you see, whoops.
Ooh, okay.
Sorry, I got out of where I was. Give me 1 second. Old cottages. Do we see this cottage? Up. Essential cookies only. Up. It withheld the image when I got out. Do you see this one over here? The one off to my far right with
That one's cute.
the big one. Oh, she's sending me images on the phone. Oh my goodness, Spothy. I love those. Spothy thinks I am the ultimate master builder.
You are.
Oh my God.
Oh, this one. I like the colors of this one.
Of the one you just sent me?
That one, but I also have this one.
Of the one I'm showing you, or?
No, the one I'm sending you right now.
Oh, she's sending me another one. Spothy is making me crazy. Oh, Jesus. Wow. Okay, I'm not sure I can do that in The Sims 2. Okay, we're going to try. All right, I like what Spothy's showing me. We're headed back to The Sims 2, guys. Oh, she's sending me something else. Oh, my goodness. All right, well, we got to pick one.
You're the builder and artisan. You know what you can do.
I don't know that I can do these. You're giving me something insane. I mean, I did think I could do that dumb little cottage that I just showed you because it's basically dumb. Okay, so what Spothy gave me is a pure witch's cottage for real. Okay, so we are going to try it. I am looking at the picture. Okay, so it looks to me like it starts at the back. All right, and it's basically a small square. It's a very small square. Okay, so it is a small square. Okay. With a door. Okay, and I need like any creepy dark blue door. Okay, so maybe okay, no, that's not creepy dark blue, but that's blue. Or you could use something like that. Okay, then we're going back to my old wood here. I feel like it would have gnarled oak inside of it. Now we're going to do this. And then it had two. Okay, it's going to have a little thing on top of it. Maybe just one. Okay, and then it had two windows. Two small windows with window boxes. Two small windows. Very small. I wonder if this comes in blue. It does. Like that, maybe? Okay, so we've got that. All right, and then we need a roof that comes over the window. I mean, over the door. Okay, so you got the little roof piece over the door, Spothy. Okay, then the Pierre Resistance is a very, very tall. Like very tall. Does this go up any higher? Okay, I cannot make it any taller. Okay, I'm going to use the fuzzy roofs because I think that it does have a pitched roof, but like it's got all this stuff on the ends. I don't think I can recreate that in the Sims because like otherwise I got this. I don't think that that's like it's like a old thatched. Like I could do something like that. Like it's like old and brown. I don't know. We're gonna keep with this for now. Okay, and then okay, then here it actually I think it's like it bumps out on either side. Two back. Remember, I told you I always put this on because of weather. Because if the roofs don't meet up, you can actually have an issue with weather coming through your roof. So that's the reason I do that. Okay, so I do see an issue here. So it should have been front. It should have been a long front roof. Okay, but it's not letting me go any higher. How do I make it come up higher? There, okay. So let me bring it up to 52 degrees. Okay, so I was not allowed to bring it up any higher. Alright, and then I need... Okay, and then it's old dark blue. So unfortunately, I don't have quite that dark blue weathered. We can do something like this. Oh, Spothy's got me building something here. I don't even bloody know what. Alright, so I do see an old stone chimney. She's having fun laughing at me. Okay, so we could bring this. See how that looks. Okay, so that kind of looks a little bit like it. What do you think, Spothy?
Looking good.
Okay, we can make these ends a little bit smaller if you think. She's saying it's looking good is what she's saying. Okay, we need some kind of... Needs to be black. Let's see. Okay, what do you think of the little thing in the middle? She's screaming, "Oh, so cute." All right, so there is, I don't know if you guys can see this or not, there is a little dormer on the left-hand side with a little round window. So I am trying to recreate that. Oh, you guys can't see this. Spotty has the picture. I'm sorry. I can see it. The rest of you can't. So it's a witch's cottage. She's laughing. She's Eva. Okay. I don't know if I'd call this a masterpiece. Okay, so I feel like this should be down a little bit. Maybe. Yeah, it's up a little. I'm not sure. Okay, I like that a little bit lower, I think. Now these were actually a little bit darker. I just don't have anything darker. I mean, technically we could use maybe, oh, that's kind of darker. I was thinking more of a black. Yeah, because I feel like, you know, the black makes it more dark and ominous because it's like got a lot of dark pieces to it, so I feel like maybe... Okay, it seemed like it maybe had some dark kind of slate along the front. This was just supposed to be a cute little witch's cottage. So it had like a little porch kind of thing. Okay. I don't know. What do you think, Spothy?
Looking very witch's cottage.
Okay, so you think it's witch's cottage enough?
Yeah, you just need like a front, overgrown plants.
I need a what?
Is this abandoned?
No, the witch is gonna live here till we kill her.
Oh, cheers. Jesus.
She acts like she does not know my usual storyline. Here, look, we've got some ivy here. Now, Spothy, how would we get a good curse if we weren't killing the witch?
I guess that's true.
Huh? I feel like Spothy's judging us here. Well, hang on, because now I've got the chat down because I had so much going on. Hang on a minute. Okay, let's see. Truth, she's saying. Okay, I did pull the chat back up just because... Sorry, I had so many pictures up, guys. Sorry if anybody is writing to me and I'm not seeing it. Okay, so here we got some ivy going on up here. Around this place. Okay, I think we got what we can there. Let's go to... I don't know if it's from... Yeah, with the wisteria. That would be pretty for this. Oh, look how pretty that looks, Spothy. Look at that. That's pretty. Well, your cottage has some stuff on it. let's see what we got here. Do we have... Okay, we got black. Maybe red. Oh, these are very big. I mean, I guess we could... Okay, if we unsnap it from the grid... I don't know, do we like something like that? Or is that, do you guys think that's too big?
I like it.
Okay, because they...
Looking cottage.
Huh?
A curse is going to befall the world.
Did you say it's a sweet looking cottage for the curse that's going to befall the world?
Yeah.
Okay. Unholy says, yeah, Unholy Stinky said it looks perfect. Well, I'm glad I could, you know. Here, look, we could put like a soothsayer thing out there. I think that's too new for where I was headed. Let's see what we got here. Oh, here, look, we got some neat old plant things. Oh, that's kind of small. Hoping for bigger. Here we go. Look at this, the old wheelbarrow. Oh, okay. Is that the only color it comes in? Yeah. We're gonna have to do, there's a 45-degree angle cheat. I'm gonna have to get that. But this place has a lot of like flowers all lining the path.
Looking way too cute.
Well, I wasn't trying to be cute.
Witches' cottages are cute though.
Huh?
Witches' cottages are cute.
Yeah, witches' cottages are cute. You're right. Let's see, what do we got here? Okay, so one of the things here is it's like... Alright, so let's do a... It's like... kind of a windy... I don't know if it's that windy. Maybe this. And then like that, maybe. All right. And you'll understand why I'm doing this in just a second, everybody. Okay, this is a cheat if you're going to do some painting and you're not a good painter. So we need to do like a rock bed here. See, desert sand, concrete. Yeah. That's what it was in the thing. Okay, so there's another builder cheat for you guys. And then you have your walkway the way that you want it. Okay, and then I can also then come back in and add some...
Okay, that's fucking awesome.
Spothy's like, oh my gosh, I'm learning all of these crazy things. Look how nice it looks. Because we don't have those nice walks. So I can clean this up then I do want to come from this side maybe a little bit. Okay, so look. What do you think? Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to start putting like some large plants outside of the walkway. All right, and maybe some of these. You can turn them around a little. All right, and then we're going to do some, look, then we're going to place some of these in here. All right, then we want some other kinds, maybe like more yellowy. Oh, these are nice big ones, look at that. Gardening with glamour. Okay. I don't want to do kind of the same. So what about these? Oh, look, we got some purples. We could add some purples in here. What do we think? We got some big leafy ferns. Like a big leafy fern here. One over there. Spotty, what do you think?
It looks beautiful. It's like a little oasis.
Well, if you look, she had your picture had like all these flowers on a walkway.
Well, that's what I always think of a witch's cottage. It's very nature oriented.
Okay, she's saying that she thinks of a witch's cottage as very nature oriented. Okay, so it had all these flowers and plants coming down a stone walkway. Okay, let's come back here. I feel like she would have like somewhere that would be the old witch's tree over here. Maybe the stump. Oh, look at this big old plant maybe coming out of the tree. Something weird. I like it. Oh, this is the one I like with all the shrooms. That's like one of my favorites. Look at this thing. Okay. Got some lavender here. What are you guys thinking? Are we looking good? The old fallen
It's
one.
gorgeous. I love it. I would live in it.
Spotty's,
Everyone off my land.
Spotty's saying she'd live in it.
What?
Okay, I feel like we put this kind of towards the back of the lot. I do think we should have some trees, you know, like, because we're supposed to be in the woods. Okay, so we've got the big old tree back here. Maybe like another one over here. Okay, so we've kind of got the witch's cottage here. Let's see if we have anything. Maybe old stone. Oh, we could do blue stone. That's kind of cool and creepy. Oh, I kind of like that even better. That one. Oh yeah, I kind of like it. It's like the old stones. You know, it's supposed to be old. All right. Spothy will have to give us the okay, but I think this is working for us. What's everybody thinking? All right, for the inside, I'm thinking we might need to change where our fireplace is just for the aesthetics. But, yeah, I think it looks good. All right, so now down here, let's go back here because I'd like to use, maybe this for inside. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. And down here, because really it's just going to be the first floor is what I'm thinking. Ew, okay, our little guys came through the front. Whoops. Because it's just like a very old cottage. I'm thinking she could maybe have an old door over here. Maybe this is... I don't know why we can't. Okay, I'm not sure why we can't put another door. Do I have something on that I shouldn't? No, it's just I can't. Or, oh, you know why? I have the ivy. So we could take some of the ivy off for now. Okay, and we could put that there so you could come out the side there. And now we can put the ivy back on. Sorry, ivy. All right. This way we have another door. And we could do a little tiny, like, old kitchen over here. Like, I'm thinking just like old and brown. Okay, and we could do this like old stove maybe. Okay, we're just going to kind of put that in there, and just so we have a sink in here in case we end up playing in here and we need it. I'm not sure that we will, but we're gonna. And then okay, I think we could have just a nice, maybe single style bed. Some kind of old-fashioned-y looking thing. You know, with like an old-fashioned looking quilt on it. Okay, there we can have like a bookcase here. Yeah, I'm just thinking like old and rustic, you know? So here we got the old rustic chair over here. What else are we thinking we might need? So typically we need a bookcase. Oh, you know what I don't have? I don't have any kind of bathroom stuff. Oops. Well, she'll have to find her way for a bathroom. Spothy, I like all the snapping. Where am I going to stick bathroom stuff?
I don't know.
Did you see it?
Oh, that is beautiful.
Here, look.
Can make a little witchy outhouse.
Yeah, we might have to. Look.
See? I I knew what I was talking about.
You did. And there's our side.
Love it.
Okay, so here, maybe if we... I don't think I have room over there for witchy outhouse. Okay, maybe my weird tree.
I love the stump.
Over here we can do a witchy outhouse.
Yeah.
Spotty's just like, yeah, anywhere there is good. Again, we put this on top because if it should snow, and we do get snow here, I did tame it down. I think it was always like snow here, and I was like, no. Spothy's loving it. We will put all this. Oh, Spothy, did you see I changed the color on the siding to blue stone?
I did, yeah.
Maybe this should be our original blue. Yeah, like this. Because it's the outhouse. This will go on the Patreon page. Just give me enough time to get it up there. We have to figure out what kind of door we want on the outhouse, guys. This is always like those kind of things that, you know, makes me crazy. Okay, so dark. And how about black? Oh, okay, so it's going to go off to one side or the other. I want it in the middle. I need a middle door. Will this one do the middle? That one will do the middle. Oh, there. I like that one. That's kind of creepy, witchy. There, what do we think of that, Spotty? That's kind of creepy. That looks like a witch.
Very much like it.
Alright, so we're going to... Okay, and then we're going to... I mean, I don't know if back when this is supposed to be happening in my brain, if they even had plumbing, but we're just going with it at this point, okay, guys? Maybe there was plumbing. Okay, so now we need to do like dark because I'm thinking, because I'm not sure about the plumbing. I'm not sure about anything at this point. I'm thinking it's a little bit off the grid, right? So I'm thinking like lantern or candlelight, right? So there's a little lantern. Meow. Guess who's here? Okay, maybe like this on the table. Oh, I like the creepy candle. Okay, so this can kind of come. We're going to put this back over here. Oh, the pest is here. What time is it? Oh, he's right on time. 15 minutes to go. His little internal clock works pretty good. Listen to him. Listen to him. Okay, so we got all kinds of nice little witchy candles in here. Look how that looks. All right, so then to hang, we should have like a hanging candle thing. You know, everybody hears you. Oh, look, here we got a candle. We could do a candle. And he is right next to me. Like, he is pretty much on top of me. Okay, so... Okay, I mean, I think we cannot do that outside. All right, but I do like the candle light in there. That's cute. I got floating candles out here. Whoa! Oh my God! Here, look, we could put a couple candles outside here.
I love the colors.
The color? What color, honey?
The purple.
Oh, yeah. Here we could put like a candle there. Like a candle over here. The outdoor candles. I don't know if we'll keep them. I just kind of liked having the little creepy candle. Oh, look, we could put it next to the shrooms. All right. Here we go. It's the witch's cottage. And we're right at the end of the stream, guys. Well, thank you. So there we go. So the next thing we'll have to do is create the witch who can die here. It's lovely. Look how lovely it is. Thank you, Spothy. Okay, so we're going to go up here. This is just called the Cottage, so look for that on my Patreon page. It will probably take me a week or so to get it up there. Oh, it's only 20,000. Wow. We're gonna package that file. I might go in and touch it up a little bit. Oh, and I do have to, I should go in and put the clean installer on it. I mean, not the clean installer. The, Chris Hatch's lot cleaner, just in case. I don't think there should be any trouble. But I usually like to do that just for you guys. But look how cool it looks like all out here in the deep woods. So we still need like the pet cemetery and the old church, but that's pretty neat, guys. I want to thank you all for being with me. I want to wish you all happy gaming, and I will talk to you next week. Bye-bye.